have banded together to mount a rogue offensive aimed at defeating the sitting president of their own party. They call themselves the Lincoln Project, named for the party of Lincoln.
Former President Trump, known for his strong and stubborn personality, was recently seen crying. Surprisingly, this happened after he watched a parody ad by the Lincoln Project. Despite his tough reputation, even the man with the unique hairstyle couldn't hold back his tears. This incident has made many people curious about the ad that made Trump so emotional.
God said, I need a corrupt man who is above the law and immune from justice. So God made a dictator. God said, I need a man who will use violence to seize power. So God made a dictator.
God looked for someone who had failed at everything except lying and making empty promises. This person would live in luxury and make struggling people believe he was their savior. That person is Trump. The Lincoln Project has been poking fun at Trump for quite some time with their funny videos. Their latest video targets the chaotic moment when MAGA supporters stormed the Capitol. This new video highlights the absurdity of that day, using humor to shed light on the serious events that unfolded. The Lincoln Project continues to use satire to critique and mock Trump's actions, keeping their audience entertained while making a pointed political statement.
And we're going to cheer on our brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them.
The video captures moments where Trump misspoke and made odd comments. They highlight how he often contradicts himself and makes strange claims.
Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength and you have to be strong.
It's hard to believe that this footage isn't from a movie. No, it's from our country's news. This is our nation, our reality. When people like Trump have the chance to run for president again, the chaos and drama that unfolded on that day seem like scenes from a fictional thriller. But they are all too real. Make America great again. Yeah, right. It's ironic and troubling to see such events play out in a country that prides itself on democracy and stability. The fact that these kinds of incidents can happen here, and that someone like Trump can still have a shot at the presidency, speaks volumes about the current state of our political landscape. It makes you wonder what the future holds, and if the nation can truly move past these turbulent times.
It's the storming of the Capitol. Trump supporters forcing their way into the halls of Congress. The remarkable scenes unfolding on live TV.
I can see at least half a dozen protesters scaling, literally climbing the walls of the Capitol.
The Lincoln Project now stands as a symbol of democracy, fighting to protect basic rights and freedoms. The fight against Trumpism has just begun. The Lincoln Project has set up a command center far from Washington, D.C., led by Steve Schmidt and Rick Wilson, who are former Republican operatives. The group has started a relentless campaign against Trump. They have used the same tough tactics they used against Democrats in the past, including powerful ads. One ad, called Regret, features comedian David Cross listing Trump's flaws such as racism, sexism, narcissism, and pandering to narcissists. This ad is famous for a shocking moment that leaves viewers stunned. As chaos and disaster unfold, a voice cries out in regret, expressing deep sorrow for ever voting for Trump. The moment is so powerful it sends chills down your spine and leaves you in awe. It's like the heavens themselves have opened up to condemn past mistakes. You won't believe your eyes as you watch this cinematic masterpiece of regret. I'm starting to regret my vote for Trump. Trump's dangerous and divisive behavior is a threat to the nation. There are also ads specifically designed to upset the president himself. For example, one ad focuses on Trump's infamous rally in Tulsa in June. It directly challenges Trump about the consequences of his actions and uses phrases like sad, low energy, and weak. The ad not only criticizes Trump's behavior but also casts a shadow over his entire presidency. It's a powerful look at the highest office in the land, showing its flaws. This honest portrayal might be what struck a nerve and caused Trump to cry.
And can't deliver. Sad, weak, low energy, just like your presidency. Just like you.
Even Trump supporters are joining the growing opposition against him. One critic said that for the past 4 years, Trump has done nothing but insult almost everyone, and now it's his turn to get criticized.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay?
No, Donald, you're wrong. They are heroes because they were captured.
The founders of the Lincoln Project knew they had hit a nerve when Trump responded with his usual Twitter rants and media outbursts, predictably calling their organization the Losers Project. These skilled political strategists see themselves as Trump experts, carefully predicting his mistakes and gathering a lot of material to release at the perfect moment. A recent ad by the Lincoln Project, titled P, cleverly compared images of honorable military service with Trump's rude comments about members of the armed forces. The Lincoln Project, made up of former Republican strategists who have turned against President Donald Trump, has been making waves in the political world with their powerful ads and social media campaigns. One of their ads, called Honor Their Sacrifice, was released just before The Atlantic revealed Trump's alleged remarks about fallen soldiers. The report caused public outrage, and the Lincoln Project quickly responded by asking their Twitter followers to share photos of real heroes with the hashtag #WeRespect. They wanted to show Trump what real heroism looks like. Many people, including veterans and their families, responded to the call and shared heartfelt stories and photos of their loved ones who have served in the military. The hashtag quickly became the top topic in politics on Twitter in September. When asked about their harsh tactics and language, Floridian strategist Wilson didn't care. He said, "Who cares?" He explained that he wasn't running for president and they were just responding to Trump's history of insults, from Gold Star families to disabled people. Steve Schmidt, a seasoned political operative and vocal Trump critic, reminded everyone of this history on MSNBC. The Lincoln Project keeps putting out ads against Trump and his supporters. One ad, called Parasite, targets South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. It says Graham is a political parasite who has lost touch with the people he represents. The ad shows Graham praising Trump and then contradicting himself, highlighting his changing positions on various issues. Some people think the group's tactics are too aggressive and divisive, but the Lincoln Project says they are fighting for the soul of the Republican Party and the country. They believe Trump is a threat to democracy and must be defeated in the next election. Only time will tell if their efforts will succeed, but they have definitely made a big impact on politics. Graham sat in front of his TV, staring at the screen in shock and disgust. The scene showed wild animals eating their prey. The voiceover made it worse, mocking his strong support for President Trump. For years, Graham had been one of Trump's biggest defenders, always loyal. But as he watched the animals, he began to question if he was just following Trump blindly without understanding the consequences. The voiceover kept teasing him, asking about his morals and why he ignored Trump's lies and wrong actions. Graham felt a knot in his stomach as he realized he might have been wrong all this time. The images became more disturbing, and the voiceover got louder until Graham couldn't take it anymore. He turned off the TV, feeling confused and unsure about what to do next. Sitting in the dark, he thought about whether it was time to change his beliefs and stand up for what was right, even if it meant opposing the man he once admired.
It's time for decency. It's time for Joe Biden.
The leaders of the Lincoln Project met to plan their ads for important states like Florida, Arizona, and Pennsylvania. Stuart Stevens, a seasoned advisor with experience from 5 presidential campaigns, suggested focusing on each state like it was its own governor's race. He warned against dealing with too many issues at once and stressed the importance of using resources wisely. The founders quickly decided to address the new information from Bob Woodward's book Rage, which showed that Trump knew how serious the coronavirus was in February but downplayed it. They made a short video and tweeted the hashtag #TrumpKnew. It quickly became the top trending topic. Filmmakers Pfizer Stevens, Kareem Amar, and Amy Redford arrived to record the project's progress. Stevens, a vocal liberal activist, had initially thought about making anti-Trump ads himself, but decided to join the Lincoln Project instead. Ron Stesso sees the unchecked use of federal power at the state level as a clear break from Republican values. He points out the harsh truth his generation faces, learning that democracy is not guaranteed. Let's get comfortable with some popcorn and watch this political drama unfold. What a mess Donald Trump has created. But hey, we're loving the comedy that comes from it. Be sure to finish watching this video to get a closer look at the man running for president again. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button like it's your alarm on a Monday morning. We promise to keep bringing you more laughs and updates.